Hmm. I okay, I can hear somebody there. Can you hear me? Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
You can't hear me though. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't hear me. Do you hear yourself on yours?
No, I mean I just hear my voice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just regular talking. I can't remember.
Regular talking.
Well, we'll just see how we go here. Well, hey, we are excited. Hi, Lisa. I'm not sure who the Galaxy S10 and iPhone is. I'm assuming it's Tessa. So before we get started, I asked Lisa to lead us in prayer. Hi, Cheryl. To lead us in prayer tonight, because that's the way we're going to start off, and we all need a little bit of that now. So, Lisa, if you would take it away, because, you know, we only get like 40 minutes, I think, on Zoom. They gave us extended time last week, so that was cool. Yeah. So go ahead, Lisa.
Oh, she's hopping on to my meeting virtually.
I encourage you guys.
Lisa, I'm not being able to hear you very well. We can't hear you very well, Lisa.
Lisa's iPad left the meeting. Oh, but she did it at 7 today, not 6:30, but trying to get mine. But I'm tapping into my meeting virtually tonight. We're doing that for
so you can still work.
Yeah, your mama's been messaging me too. She's absolutely in love with the Naturally Lime. So I may, once I do this myself, maybe I'll come over and do it with you guys.
Okay. If the shipment comes in,
it'll probably come in tomorrow.
Okay.
Because like I said, I ordered one on Friday. I actually ordered them both on Friday. Okay. So I don't know why they both didn't come.
All right, Miss Lisa, are you back?
Well, thank you for dropping it off.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, have a good day.
You too. See ya.
You know what? If you come back on, cool. Otherwise, I'll just go ahead and lead it, because we only have a certain amount of time and we got a lot to do. So if you would just,
Do I need to go in on my phone?
You could tell her to mute, maybe.
Lisa, you can go ahead and mute, because we're not getting you. Oh,
there she is.
Okay, you're there. Oh, hurry, take it away. Lisa, go ahead.
The most time will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is a refuge in my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. Come before you. I just pray, Father, for every lady in the fall, Father. I thank them together. I thank you in the midst of this different time in our lives, Lord, that we can join together, that the internet has afforded us that opportunity.
Hi, it's Tessa.
I pray, Father, that you will give her creative ideas.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Tessa. Okay, Lisa was trying to lead us into prayer, but I think we'll just go ahead and go on. So if you want to, Tessa, you can take your picture off if you want, since you're driving. You know how to do that? Because I don't want you to be distracted. But anyway, we'll just go for it. Yeah, so dear Heavenly Father, we just praise you today. We praise you for this time together. We are so grateful that we have the opportunity to pivot the way we know we can. And we just thank you in all this uncertainty and all this viral things that are going around. We just ask that you be with us, guide us, give us wisdom and grace. And we just ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. So, hey, we are excited. And if you have stuff going on, you can just put yourself on mute. But we only get 40 minutes. So we're going to rush this because Kathy has got so many things to share. You guys are going to be so glad you're on tonight, because she is like an absolute whiz. So I just want to welcome everybody and say, how you doing? How are we doing through this uncertainty? Because Linda Tupin gave us a little message today on Voxer, and remember that she always works with Maslow's hierarchy. We have to have safety and security. You want to have rhythm and flow during this time. The new normal is virtual. And so it's no longer an option not to be virtual. So we're going to have some great things from Kathy to help us with that. And you also want to remember is not to do overkill, like want to make everybody puke when they see Mary Kay come up on their screen. You don't want to do overkill. You want to be in the face, but you don't want to have overkill. So that's really important. So I'm hoping that you guys are all doing well and everybody's safe and healthy in your families. If anybody needs specific prayer, just come on in and say, hey, we need to pray for somebody. Anybody have that on your heart today before we go on? And if you're muted, you just press unmute. Oh, great. Kathy, you're so good. You're so good. All right, well, so if nobody needs that, then I'm just going to say, you know, we're in the midst of double credit, and that we have 1 week. So today is March 24th. We have until March 31st to make it happen. And just so you know, all of our orders are going to come from Dallas and Atlanta right now. And you guys, I just want you to be sure to give the company grace, because can you imagine all from the country, from the north, the south, the east, and west, all into our southern branches. They're on overload, and we want to have really, really grace, not telling our customers we're going to get it really quick, because you don't know how long your order is going to take, but you want to get them in there because we want to keep our company going strong. We want to keep the economy going strong. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. What I think I'll do, Kathy, I think I'll have you go ahead and do your training first, because that's the most important thing. And then we can always, as a team, jump back on another Zoom if we run out of time. How's that? So I'm going to introduce you guys to my friend, Kathy Fabulous Becker, and she has been building her business with Mary Kay since June of 2002. I remember when you joined. And she debuted as a sales director just 2 short years later in May of 2004. She has been a member of the National Court of Sales 15 times, 15, meaning 15 karat diamond rings on her fingers. She doesn't even have enough fingers for that. You wear some on your toes?
Yes.
Yeah. And she's earned 7 free cars and currently driving the Equinox. Yes, so she leads an incredible group of women. We're just thrilled to have Kathy take the time out of her busy schedule. She's got a girl that had to move her home from college and from Rose-Hulman, and then her son Adam is
sophomore.
Okay, so she's still got a homeschooler.
We're all virtual learning.
All virtual learning. So,
but what they're learning is way above my pay grade, so I'm out.
Well, give Kathy a big round of applause. Thank you so much, Kathy. We welcome you. We're eager and ready to learn from the techno queen, as I know.
Oh, thank you, Sherry. I love some Sherry peers. We have been director buddies for a long time, and I am just always so honored to be in your space, and I'm so honored and flattered and humbled that you would ask me to speak to the Pierce performers. So yay! Okay, you guys, well, buckle up. I see that Tessa's buckled up. You better all buckle up, because we are in for a fun, wild ride tonight. So I hope you're ready. So, okay, you know, obviously I'm not going to go through the obvious of these are unprecedented times, but you know, when Sherry asked me to speak on this topic, there were a couple, like, you know, sound bites. You know, you have scriptures that you just are your go-to scriptures. I have Mary Kay sound bites, and there are a couple sound bites that came to mind when I sat down to write my notes for this. And the first one was a Tammy Craig quote, and I'm sure you guys know Tammy Craig. And she is famous for saying, "It is not a matter of whether you can or you can't. It is a matter of whether you will or you won't." Okay? And that is how I see where we are right now in the times that we're in. Okay? So we are all capable of learning. Okay? But you know that quadrant of capable and willing? So we're all capable, and I pray that you are all willing to learn this, okay? And we're going to take this step by step. Mary Kay said, you got to have a good Mary Kay quote. There are people who make something happen. There are ones who wonder what happened. And there are those who didn't know anything happened. Right? So we must decide to be the one that makes something happen. And when you decide, what does that mean? You kill off all other options. And what I see that meaning right now is that we kill off the option of fear, we kill off the option of lack, we kill off the option of disparity. Okay? So, having said that, you know, we all have to acknowledge where we are. I want you to just be where you are and realize anything and everything that you are feeling is normal. Okay? So I am not here to say that it's not, because it is. And we all have to acknowledge this. Nobody has been through this before. Okay? The only thing that I can in my lifetime is living it through 9/11. Now that was 2001. I joined in 2002. So I was not in Mary Kay at this time, but through my awesome mentors like Sherry here, I've learned how everyone went through that time. A little different because we all still were able to be mobile, but there was that same fear of everything that was going on. And the main message that I heard through that time was hope. That Mary Kay was the fun, it was the positive, it was the happy, it was the hope. And we all need that.
Excuse me, we're getting a lot of static. Somebody needs to mute.
Children, we all need hope right now. And I really pray that you just receive that and realize that that is a service and a mission that you can provide to your community, to your family, to your customers. And another quote that really came to the front of my mind is Pam Shaw said that when her husband Jerry passed away, and I think someone said to her, "Do not waste this season." Now that for her was a season of grief. This is a different kind of grief in a way. The one thing that's really like at the top of my heart today is that we are social distancing because we have to, but what we don't want to do is emotional distance ourselves from our friends, our families, and also our customers. So we have to find ways to connect. And ironically, that was my power word at the beginning of the year, was connect. So talk about having to pivot and finding a different way to connect. I mean, this is a thing, okay? So we do not want to waste a season. There is a start to this, and there will be an end to this. And what we do in the middle is going to be really, really critical. And so we want to make a list of what we want to accomplish during this season, okay? The month is not over. The seminar year is not over. And if we decide that we are killing off the options of fear and lack and disparity, we can still make our goals happen. We are still selling product. Sherry said that Mary Kay is still manufacturing and distributing the product. So there is no reason why we cannot continue to move forward. And if anything, you guys, I really see it as a way to move faster because we can't leave our house. Mm-hmm. So holy cow. I mean, just think of like this spider web that we can reach and we don't have to go anywhere. I mean, we can do this all from our seats in a cute top and yoga pants. I mean, get excited. Who's always wanted to do that? I mean, seriously. So this can be really exciting. Okay. So Julia Burnett said a few years ago at January Jumpstart that the people who win in today's economy are the people that manage distractions. And where I'm going with all of this is that technology is going to be our friend, but it is not going to be our master. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay? Technology is going to be our friend, but it is not going to be our master. What do I mean by that? We are going to have intentional researching, and that's the word, and this is how I want you to frame it. We are researching. You have a project. I have 2 kids, you know, in school. They research for projects, and that's what we're doing. And so you have a class time. Even in this crazy new world, they have to be on their computers at a certain time for their classes. Okay, so you are going to schedule whatever it is that you've got going on in your life right now. I want you to think about scheduling a specific time in your day, no more than 60 minutes, honestly, that you are going to be researching and learning and planning and strategizing how we're going to tackle this. Okay, set a timer if you have to. Okay, I got this phrase on the EPIC Career Conference on Saturday, is that we want to keep our customers engaged, interested, and involved. So that is the underlying mission of this, is that we want to keep our customers engaged, interested, and involved. We want to be the things that they see in their newsfeed to be upbeat and different than anything else that they see. And I've attended different social media classes over the years, and everything that I have learned is that you have to stand out in a crowd from all of the other messages. And people's attention span, you guys, and I really want you to hear me on this, people's attention span is about the size of a gnat. Yeah. On this. And you have got to, and I mean, just think about it. If you come across a post that the text is this long, I'm like, I can't read that. Like, unless it really, like the first sentence, like grabs my attention, I'm like, you know, I can't do that. So you got to keep it concise and you got to keep it engaging. Okay. Let's see. All right. So places where I think you need to be present on social media. I'm going to assume that everybody's got a personal Facebook page, that your regular, normal, personal Facebook page. Okay. And I got this statistic from Linda Tubin, 1 out of 4 posts, Sherry, correct me if I'm wrong, 1 out of 4 posts should be Mary Kay related. Okay. We are not going to throw up Mary Kay on our family and friends, but we're going to keep it fun. And we, under that hashtag of MK Life, that, you know, you're working your business while at home. I'm packaging up product to mail to my customers. My store is still open, you know, that kind of stuff. 1 out of 4 posts. Okay. Just as a general rule. Okay. The second place where I think you need to have a presence is your business Facebook page. Okay. If you do not have a Mary Kay business Facebook page, I want you to go to In Touch, and I want you to go under resources and then digital zone. And it will tell you how to set it up. It's super easy. And that can be during your research time if you don't have that. Okay. You're going to do that one day. If you don't have that done, that's one task, one day. Okay. Super easy to do.
Let me ask you a question on that Mary Kay Facebook page, because when I was on yours, when it came to the bottom, it said chat with me. How do we do that? Does that on that instruction on how do we get somebody to say how to chat with me? Because it doesn't come up on my page.
So there's probably something in settings. That's something in the settings on your business Facebook page. Here's the other thing that I want you guys to know. You do not have to know everything, but Google does. So if you ever have a question on any of this, how different pieces of it work, just Google. And the way you do it is, how do I fill in the blank? Okay, it has to start with how do I, and it typically will lead you to a small article or possibly even a YouTube video link where somebody is like doing it live on the screen and you can watch them do it. But if you have any questions on that, Sherry, honestly, I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if that's anything that,
like, that's so cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably clicked on something. I don't know. But if you want it, there's a way to get it, and I'm sure it's in the settings somewhere.
Got it.
And there's a lot of customization to it. The other thing that I found was really critical is like because I did a Facebook live on my business page this week is that I directed people to the link, and it's facebook.com/Kathy Becker Mary Kay. If you don't set up a name like that, it'll be facebook.com/ a bunch of gobbledygook, like a big long link kind of thing. So there's a way to change that in your settings. Google it, figure it out. But that's really helpful for me. You can put that on business cards. You can put that on, any of your product reorder things that you put in there's a whole lot of million ways that you can market that. But I found that having a name like that is specific to me is helpful, because I can put that on promotional material. And I'm sorry, allergy season is in Ohio, and that did not come at a good time with all this going on. So that's why I'm sniffing.
You're good.
Okay. So that's the second place where I think you need to have a presence. The third one is Instagram. Okay. I'm really a big believer in Instagram. Why? This is going to be a separate day. Okay. And if you ever have any questions, you guys, please don't hesitate. Sherry's got all my information. You can Facebook message me, whatever. There is a large segment of the population, mainly younger millennials, that are on Instagram and they are not on Facebook. And I've got exhibit A and B right here in my house. Okay. Rachel has a Facebook page for college, but she doesn't use it at all for personal. But they both are on Instagram. Okay. You could go so far as to do an Instagram page just for your business. But I do not have that. That is completely optional. I think in Instagram, the whole 1 out of 4 thing doesn't really seem to apply. People are just really more used to that platform and what it does. And, it was really just pictures. Like, you can't post articles to it the way you can with Facebook. So it's a picture platform. And so that way people just know to expect that. That's the best way I can describe it. So I don't think that rule applies in Instagram. I would mix it up, but I don't think people are as sensitive to that as they are on Facebook, because they're going into that expecting that, if that makes sense. Okay. I have a large portion of my customers of really any age that are on Instagram that are not on Facebook. So I think you need to be on Instagram. Okay. Like I said, start one platform at a time to avoid being overwhelmed. Okay. Places that I think you should follow. On Mary Kay, if you haven't already liked the Mary Kay Facebook page, make sure you like the Mary Kay Facebook page. Also like the My Mary Kay Facebook page. And that's the one just for the sales force, for consultants, directors, and nationals. And also on Instagram, you're going to want to follow Mary Kay US. It's Mary Kay US. And also My Mary Kay is also on Instagram. I'm so grateful for Mary Kay because they always put out such amazing graphics. One thing that I saw on Instagram this week was one of the ladies at corporate, and I forget, but she's in the product department, and she always does the videos of the new products that come out. And so I learned how to do those new liquid eyeshadows by her video. So they do a really great job. But anyway, she did one this week of how to do a look on your face for video conferences, because that's what we're all doing.
Gosh, okay.
So there's a way to kind of share that. If anybody does Twitter, it's kind of like a retweet, and it's an app called Repost. You can't do it within Instagram, but if you download the free app called Repost, REPOST, there's a way you can copy the link, and I can help you with that offline. But that was a good one that I reposted, because I think that's really relevant. And honestly, again, going back to keeping them engaged, where did I have that? Engaged, involved, and interested. That is something that I think would keep them interested, because it's relevant to exactly where we are right now. and it keeps them involved.
Right.
Now, to take that a step further, is you can do a Facebook Live on yourself and show that. I'm going to teach you how to do a fun look for video conferences. That might be my next one next week or later this week. So you can do something fun with that, and I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, but you can get all sorts of graphics from the Mary Kay US Instagram, the regular Mary Kay Facebook page, also on InTouch under digital resource or under resources, digital zone. There's one called digital assets. There's pictures of product. There's pictures of, you know, different holidays. So we've got, you know, Mother's Day and Administrative Professionals Day, Teachers Appreciation, Nurses Appreciation. All these holidays are coming up, you guys. Oh my gosh. And Nurses Appreciation. That is a whole nother Zoom call in itself, but please, please, please have a strategy for that. And there's a million ways you can do it without touching anybody or being near anybody, but just think about that, because oh my stars, are we going to need to appreciate them? Okay, so you get these digital assets from Mary Kay on the different platforms, and then have a calendar. You know, my calendar is not next to me, but I do a paper calendar. And so you write on your calendar when you are doing what, okay? Because the easiest way to get overwhelmed is just to be like random and, oh my gosh, it's 8 o'clock at night and I haven't posted anything today. But if we are going to have intentional start and stop time for our researching and our strategizing, and we put it on a calendar that on Wednesday, you know, there you go, Sherry, perfect.
Just started mine.
Good, you can print them out. I mean, just again, Google it, you can print it out. It's like no big deal.
They're really easy.
Exactly, exactly. So that you have a plan that when you're going to post it. And I mean, it can be Makeup Monday, hashtag Makeup Monday, hashtag, you know, Work It Wednesday, hashtag Fancy Friday. I mean, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do. The other thing that I learned years ago is that I don't fully understand algorithms, but algorithms are important. And basic rules and guidelines for that is the more you post, the more it shows up. And the more that people like and comment and even share your posts creates more engagement from, you know, an algorithm standpoint. So if you don't think, you know, again, on your personal Facebook page, different. Business Facebook page, Instagram page, I think there are no rules on that one, really. So, I mean, the more that you post on those kind of platforms, the more traffic you're going to get, okay? So you could, once you get your business Facebook page set up, you know, I'll say, please head to facebook.com/Kathy Becker Mary Kay, and I do some arrows, go like my page. If I get to 10 likes, I'm going to give away, you know, a sample. You can do like a charcoal mask sample or, you know, something like that. So, you know, every time, so you're like tracking your progress. So you encourage others to like the post. Okay. Videos are king. Okay. Pictures are great, but videos are even better. Going live is really huge. I mean, I cannot tell you how many customers, I'm sure you guys have had this too. I watched the makeup tutorial. Yeah, I watched a makeup tutorial on this YouTube channel. I'm like, and then they're like, Kathy, you need to do this. I'm like, oh, I can't do that. Like, I'm not good enough, or I don't know what I'm doing. And so the thing of it is that you just be you. And the best videos are you being authentic. And that's what people want. They want real, they want authentic, they want genuine, they want connection. And they will feel connected to you. Like my little funny thing right now is I got Invisalign a little over a month ago now. I'm kind of in this holding pattern because all the dental offices are closed. So I'm like, ah! But I made a video and I felt like I was like laughing at myself because I was like, can anybody understand me? I feel like I'm spitting everywhere and this is a splash zone and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, laugh at yourself, you guys. That's my point. Just laugh at yourself. That's what people want. That's what people want. And they will comment like, oh, I watched that and that was so funny what you said or whatever. And you're like, I didn't know anybody was like made it all the way to the end. So, but videos are great, and keep them to, I would say 15 minutes or less. Again, people's attention span is really small and that kind of stuff. So just keep it, practice in your own mirror once, you know, just to be, or practice, you know, with who your family members are in your house right now. But just to keep it like a concise as much as possible, because again, people aren't going to watch the whole thing. Two stories that I was telling Sherry about recently with my, one with my business page and one with my personal website. So I have a local boutique that I work with, and she did a little sip and shop at her shop the Thursday before St. Patrick's Day. And I had donated a couple items for her to raffle off, satin lips and some couple color items. And so she posted it on her business boutique Facebook page. And then she said, such and such items donated by Kathy Becker, Mary Kay. Here is her Facebook page. And she directed people to my business Facebook page and encouraged them to like my page. So that's another thing. I want you to think about this as another avenue of business networking. You know, what's your page? What business can I promote? And I'll like your page if you like my page, kind of thing. And so help each other out and encourage each other, and talk about other businesses on your business Facebook page. Like, I'm in my community and this local restaurant is so awesome. Oh, good. It's just been upgraded by the host, Sherry. I don't know if we got extra minutes.
Oh, I did it last week too.
I think Zoom is like trying to be nice. God love them.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody's inundating them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, so you go to a local restaurant, you're like, oh my gosh, they're so great. They're, you know, the unsung heroes. I just got takeout, you know, from XYZ restaurant, and you could post that on your business Facebook page and, you know, tag them on it. And, you know, that's another thing in your settings, allow people to tag you. Figure that out. There's a way to do it. Okay. So that was the one example of my business Facebook page. So think about networking through that. Another local boutique, well, not local, they're a chain now, Rose and Remington. I'm sure you've all heard of them. They started in Lebanon and they've grown to other areas. So I did a in-store event there, the one by the Dayton Mall. And the way they found me is they went to marykay.com, they typed in the zip code, and my name happened to be the lucky name of the day that came up because I was a star consultant. So I think, and that was like over a month ago now I think that's even more important, because you know people are running out of their moisturizer and they're essentials. I'm not going to get on my soapbox of skincare tonight, but you need to have people in essentials and they're going to want it. And so be a star consultant, you guys, because that was the first time in my entire Mary Kay career that a business searched for me or for a Mary Kay consultant and found one because I was a star. So you always think it's maybe somebody looking for a consultant because they need product. This happened to be a business looking for a consultant to be a vendor in their, or to be a, you know, to have a table set up in their store. Mm-hmm. So think about that. That was like the first time that happened, and I was grateful. Okay. So when you are asking your customers to be engaged and interested in whatever, the video that I did this week, you know, I went through Mary Kay stuff, but I also gave some lifestyle tips. You know, people want to be informed. You have to be an added value service to your customers. I knew that stress had an effect on our skin, but I didn't exactly know how. So I Googled it. And so I came up on an article that talked about the effects of cortisol. Cortisol is the primary stress hormone. When we are stressed, we release more cortisol, and that breaks down the collagen in our skin. How frightening is that? So we do not want to come out of this season looking older than we went into it. So I was like, you know, people, we need to cleanse and moisturize your face twice a day. So there was a meme that was going around, and it was a beauty blogger that said, I want to come out of this cocoon looking like a butterfly. I think is what it was. And I posted that to my business Facebook page. Again, just mixing it up. So just talking about the importance of skincare. So in this, Facebook Live that I did, I gave some lifestyle tips. Keep your routines, put clothes on every day, put a little bit of makeup on every day. But the importance of taking care of our skin. I talked about masks. I talked about the Addition masks, things that we put into our skin, like the biocellulose mask and the gel mask, things that we take out of our skin, like the facial peel and the charcoal mask. So I talked about addition and subtraction. I did a basic color look. I'm not here to teach you anything new right now, but I think everybody needs Biscotti, Granite, Shy Blush, and Cafe au Lait. With a little mascara, you're going to feel like $1,000,000, and you can homeschool, you can go around the neighborhood, you can do a delivery, I call it Mary Kay DoorDash. We're doing Mary Kay DoorDash right now. So people order their product and I deliver it to their door. So I'm Mary Kay DoorDash. Okay. Okay. So then I talked about satin hands or the nourishing oil and that kind of stuff. Okay. And then I did a little sample giveaway at the end. So you can do lives. That's one way to do it. Another one is just one-on-one with a customer. Okay. I'm going to mail you samples, or I'm just going to answer your questions. Like Ask Sherry. This is like Ask Sherry night. Ask me any questions that you've got about skincare. Let's just connect. I mean, one of the consultants in my unit, you guys, she was like, oh, I'm so excited we're doing these unit Zooms. Her husband is deployed. She's got 4 kids at home. And she's like, I need adult interaction. So we are just the calm in people's storm right now. So even if you just hey, do you want to do a one-on-one video? So ways that you can do that is FaceTime. If you guys have an iPhone or an iPad, it's an Apple to Apple product. Okay, that's FaceTime. You can do multiple people on FaceTime if you want. Zoom, which is what we're doing, which is free. Skype is also free. My daughter never had a Skype account until last week, and that's all she's doing. Like, she is talking to her friends every day, and there's like 6 of them that are just sitting on Skype, and they're just chit-chatting because they miss each other. So Skype is another great thing. One thing that I learned a couple years ago that I didn't even know existed. So in the Facebook Messenger, you know how people can send you private one-on-one Facebook messengers, there's a video in there. So I did not know that. So if somebody, barring anything else, if they're on Facebook, you can do a Facebook video, person to person. So that's a really good thing too. Okay, Sherry wanted me to talk about Facebook parties. Okay, so Facebook parties I've been doing for a couple years. When I first started them, they were kind of in the primitive form that I would just post pictures of products or Mary Kay YouTube specific product videos or Louise Costco makeup tutorials or things like that. But as we have evolved, it's me going live in an event. So I create an event on Facebook and I become the administrator. You can do a co-host. So whoever your hostess is a co-host. And then you can add. And she just invites anybody she wants, not just in the local area, but any of her friends all over the United States. So that's a great way to, again, just multiply your presence. You can go through the basics of the skincare class. I will sometimes, just for, kind of like shock entertainment value, I'll start the whole party with the charcoal mask already on. Like, I've already had it on, it's already dry, I'm ready to take it off. I'll be like, surprise, did I scare you? And it's just really funny. And again, it keeps them interested right off the bat. Right off the bat, they're interested. And they're like, what is she going to do next? And that's kind of what you want them to think. Like, what is she going to do next? So then I wipe it off, and then I talk about the skincare. And then I talk about, let's meet at the time that we can meet, and we can pick out a foundation for you, and the importance of a foundation, why it protects your pores, all that stuff you guys know, and some color questions. You ask the audience, you want them to be engaged, so ask me questions about particular products. What's your favorite product? What's your skincare concern? you know, any time that you get you ask a question, they answer it, then you can do drawings for prizes. So that's perfectly good. Section 2 samples are really good for that, for those who participate. And the great thing about those is that once you've recorded it and it's done, now that a Facebook party can be really anywhere between about 45 minutes. I don't really like to go longer than that. But if people are going to be on a party, they are in it for the haul, if you will. They know it's going to be more than 15 minutes. I do like to do that. What else do I want to say? I'm trying to go through my notes on what I've already done. Oh, but the beauty of the Facebook events, you know, a Facebook party, is that people can go back and watch it. So even if they weren't on it at, you know, and I always like to do Sunday nights. Those are always like my favorite times to do it because people are home. And if I'm going to capture people, you know, a Monday through Thursday, people are in activities and sports and whatnot. So I don't always like to do a Monday through Thursday, but Sunday nights, people are at home, and that is my most successful. So you could just, you know, every Sunday night, maybe that you just make that a goal that I'm going to do a Facebook party every Sunday night. Pick a person, be like, hey, will you be a guinea pig? This is my first one. Will you help me, you know, just learn a new skill? And that's what we're doing. We're just learning a new skill. We're researching, right? So yeah, they can go back and watch it later. And then you can post a closing sheet, you know, whatever you want to do with that. But just follow the basic flip chart. You're going to have your opening, you're going to have your middle, you're going to have your close. Anyone that was on it, I always follow up with private message afterwards because I want to make sure I connect with every single person. Then, you know, typically what I'll do is I'll, you know, schedule an appointment to get together with them in person. But obviously right now it would be, hey, can I mail you a sample? I know you seem to be interested in asking me questions about microdermabrasion, you know, can I mail you a sample of that or something like that? So that's really important. I love the Facebook parties. You can really, really just, I mean, I have a customer, you guys, in Alaska to this day that I got as a result of a Facebook party because her friend lives here in Dayton and she decided she wanted to be a marine biologist and she moved to Alaska. So I've got a customer in Alaska now as a result of that. Crazy. So you really, like I said, you really can multiply your presence. Questions. I know I kind of went over a lot and I'm afraid that we're going to like time out. So I don't want to go in. I don't want to go
everybody so that everybody that wants to jump in can.
Yeah.
I unmuted you guys so you can jump in.
I have.
Whoops.
Yes.
I'm not real familiar with Instagram. And you were saying it's basically, is it just pictures and like you make like a little bleep of a comment, or, and what, does it follow the same thing as like your business Facebook page? Are you not allowed, is it just informational basically?
So when I have attended the legal workshops that they've had, their primary, I mean, you can't do, you know, we want to always be respectful, I should say, you know, that everybody's going to have, not everybody, but there are going to be some people that already have a consultant, right? Mm-hmm. So the first thing I would do is I would download the Instagram app and, you know, create your own free account. And then anyone that you follow possibly on Facebook is going to also have an Instagram account and you can follow them as well. So we want to be respectful of other people's customers. I don't ever really say I'm giving away, enter to win, things like that. But for example, if, you know, a muffins and makeovers, just like a basic example, if I'm doing a muffins and makeovers at my studio on a Saturday morning, I'll make a little pic collage and say, you know, hey, come on out on Saturday morning. We're doing muffins and makeovers if you want a fun spring look, or just something like that, like, or mother-daughter makeovers for Mother's Day, you know, things. I do things like that, but I don't say, you know, comment and enter to win. I don't do that. but I will post pictures of product, why I love the product. Right now, oh my gosh, extra emollient night cream. Hello, we are so like dry with our hands. So that would be a good one that you can just post a picture of and talk about why you love it. It's gentle on your skin, things like that.
And then Kathy, they don't say like private message me if you want some or anything like that.
So you could say, comment with questions or message. There's a direct message feature to Instagram, and they're owned by the same company, just FYI.
Right.
They're owned by the same company. Facebook owns Instagram.
Right.
So there is a direct message feature to Instagram. But I would just say, comment if you have a question.
Okay.
Thank you, Kathy. Who else has a question for Kathy? I've got 3 pages of notes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it in its entirety because I was in the car for a little bit of it.
Yeah.
I was moving into the house for some of it. So, but I appreciated your comment. I feel like I pulled from one of the recent workshops you've done about just being present on social media. So doing the lives, I've been doing my lives with my kids. I have an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old. So on Saturday, my 8-year-old did a charcoal mask. Last week, my 6-year-old did a face wash with the sonic brush.
Yep.
So just a lot of people commenting. So I've done I dabbled a little bit in doing it on my personal page and then also doing it on my Mary Kay business page. So as to not overwhelm people on one thing versus another. I haven't gotten an Instagram account for my Mary Kay, but that will probably be the next line in business is getting one of those.
I really haven't found, honestly, Tessa, like a reason for me to have a separate Instagram account. I really haven't.
You just
for my Mary Kay business. Like I have an Instagram personal and that's it.
Okay, so you post a lot about Mary Kay stuff on there.
I do. And again, I think it's different than Facebook.
It is different because Facebook is more political and they say that Instagram's more positive. They say that like Facebook is everybody's airing out their laundry. It could be good, it could be bad, it could be political, it could be west-sided, it could be whatever. Whereas Instagram's more positive. It's, hey, look at my baby. Hey, I've gotten married. Hey, look at my house progress. Hey, so they feel that Instagram in a whole is more of a positive.
Yeah.
And Facebook is kind of like everything.
Yeah.
Liked the my MK Life. I have liked the Mary Kay page and the My Mary Kay off the Instagram. I went on to them. I was like, oh, I'm already followers to that. So I've already done that.
Good. And I had a millennial once tell me that like Instagram, you post your best picture of the night, and Facebook, you post all of them.
Yeah. Well, Instagram limits you at 10.
Yes.
And it used to just be 1, and then they were able to give you the capabilities of doing multiple, and the multiple is up to 10.
Right.
However, people tend to multiple post, so then they post all 30 pictures.
Yeah.
But it used to not be like that. You're right.
And there's the stories feature. I didn't even talk about that. But you can, dabble into that. I haven't found like a huge, difference or bang for my buck to do the Facebook stories or the Instagram stories.
Like I said, I can't tell you. I did, I'm trying to think if it was on my Mary Kay page. I did a live of just washing my face with the Naturally line, just face wash, natural, all of the Naturally products. And I sold a Naturally product set to my mother-in-law last night because she watched my live and she's like, I want you. She's like, what is this about? And I said, I'll bring it over. So I brought it over. She tried it and she bought it all. And she says she's already seen a difference in the day that she's used it from last night to today. She's already seen it. And then another kind of thing, she didn't watch my Facebook live, but she's like, hey, do you have this? I was like, yep, got it at my house. She's like, do you have this and this? Yep, got it at my house. Like, she's like, can I get all of it? I was like, yes, I'll bring it to your house. Like, so I delivered it.
We're open for business.
Yep.
We are open for business.
That's perfect, Tessa. That's just perfect. That's exactly the way you should do it.
It's boosted my sales over this week so far. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, I want you guys to look at our pictures. Now, look at Kathy's picture. Look at mine. Look at Tessa's, Lisa's. Kathy, do you have a ring light? Huh?
I do.
Okay.
How much
that's
is
how we
that?
can tell. I just got
Okay.
a place that Angie just told me to order one. They're $11.49. Is that the one that you have that Angie has?
Okay, so here's my journey in ring lights.
Okay.
Okay, the first one I got, it was this little jobby, and it was
I
this
keep
little.
losing you guys. Oh, okay.
Okay, it's this little ring light, and it had a clip. It's got a little clip here that I clipped to my bookcase, and then this would like kind of like shine down.
Okay.
It was, and this was maybe like 20 or 25 bucks.
Mhm.
It just wasn't bright enough. I mean, I even still felt like I looked shadowy. And so I'm like, okay, because if this is the way we're going to go right now, this is the way we're going to go right now.
Mhm.
And I don't want to look back with regret in the season that I didn't just put myself in the best possible light. No pun intended. So I went on Amazon, and if you would search ring light with stand, and I can like take a picture and show it to you, but if you just look ring light with stand, this one was $35.
The one that you're using now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it has a stand that goes, all the way to the floor. You can adjust it as high as you want. It's an 8-inch. There's 10-inch. There's
8
12
inches,
inch.
$39.99.
39. Okay.
Yep, this one, and then there's.
It was the one that said
10-inch.
Amazon's Choice that had like 6,000 reviews.
The 10-inch selfie ring light with tripod, $37.99, and it's on Prime.
Mine's 8-inch.
Yep. So the
That might be
8-inch
like the one
selfie
we
ring
have
light
in
with
studio.
tripod stand, $39.99. It said 7,064. It's
Yeah.
like 4.5 stars. Prime delivery Friday, March 27th.
Yeah, it was supposed to come tomorrow, and it came today. I was so excited. So you're my first people using my new ring light. But
You
I am
really tell.
amazed.
Mhm.
I am amazed how this looks.
Yeah, it looks great. Tessa, text me, screenshot that and text it to me, because Angie told me the one that she uses, it's a little clip on that she puts on the phone, and it's got and she said it works great. But the one we have at the studio is on a stand, and that's probably like a dinner plate. Bigger,
Okay.
about the size of a dinner plate, and it works fabulous, at the studio.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a big stand. I was just wanting something to do a selfie on. So you're not doing a selfie with this thing. Yeah,
No.
it's on a stand.
It's on a stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so
And there's, what are you going to use it for? Right. So we're doing our meetings on Zoom. I'm doing a lot of lives right now.
Right.
Where else am I going? So I was like, I wanted a good, because there's one, you probably saw, Tessa, they're $100 some. I was like, I'm not going to do that. That one had good reviews. They were like, I felt like
Okay.
I, got, and you can put your cell phone on it too. Like right now I'm on my laptop is how I'm doing this, but you could do it. You could attach your cell phone to it.
It gives
And
you, it shows you the accessories. Like,
Well, I like that. Thank you. Because I was going to tell the girls tonight, okay, you're going to be able to tell, because I knew you'd have a ring light. I just knew you would. And
I feel like Leah even mentioned in the thing this weekend that Leah's like, stand in front of a ring light, stand in front of a ring light.
because I mean, you can just tell the difference between me and Kathy. I mean, mine's shadowy. I mean, that's all I got is right there. So,
You can make this. You can put the stand all the way down, and it can sit on your desk.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be like a stand.
Yeah.
But I just didn't want it on my desk, so I just have it like right in front
So
of me.
besides virtuals, is this the only thing you use the ring light for?
Yeah, I mean,
Have you used anything? No. Okay.
You don't use it at your makeovers?
That's do you use it at?
No, well, because this one and the one I had before is powered by a USB port, which I guess you could plug. And my teenager son, Adam, told me, he's like, I said, well, you have to put it in the computer. He's like, well, you could put it in the Apple plug that has the USB and plug it in. I was like, oh, right.
Just like we can use a key to open up our car.
Right.
Whoa,
Right?
what?
I
I
didn't
know.
know
You
we could
telling me I can start? I'd have to start my car from inside my car? What's that?
my God.
Yeah.
Be like,
Yeah.
what?
So yes, you can actually plug it into the wall. So
Okay.
I probably will. I just haven't yet, but
I
that's
need to
another
get
way to
this
use
one
it.
then, is 'cause
But
I
I-
like the way it looks.
Specifically, yeah, I wanted to do it for this because I was like, we're going to be, I want that.
We're not going to be done with this. I mean, this is
No.
a season, but then we're just going to be able to say, okay, we have so many different ways to work.
Yeah.
We can do Facebook Live parties, and we can go do real parties when we get to go in people's houses. you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Any other questions for Kathy? Because we have taken up a lot of her time, and I just want to give some feedback. Let's all give Kathy some affirmation. What are we taking away from her lesson tonight? Because I mean, like I said, I have like 3 pages of notes. I love what you shared, you know.
Engaged. I think
Yes,
that came from the Saturday.
That was not an
one.
original thought.
Was
Engaged,
keeping them
interested, and
engaged,
Inspire.
inspired. Is it connected? No.
Engaged, interested, and involved.
Interested. Yeah.
Upbeat and different.
Okay.
And we have to stand out in the crowd. And wouldn't you know, that's our lookbook right now, standing out in
Yeah.
the crowd.
Yep.
Has the new look came out yet?
No, but this feature, our spring line, is stand out in the crowd.
Okay.
That's the name of it. Yeah. I love it that you said technology is our friend, it's not our master.
Right.
Love that. And starting one platform, you guys, because like I said, you know, when Kathy was saying, take your time to learn one, Google out it, learn it, then you can implement it, and then you can have people to demo it with you, right?
Right.
I think
Yeah.
that's,
You know, this is
brilliant.
a marathon, not a sprint.
yes, I love
I'm
that.
also taking away again from Saturday's thing about being present on social media, posting something every day. I know that they had given a guideline of motivational Monday, tip Tuesday, witty Wednesday. So like kind of following on that. I started that a little bit on Saturday, I think, but trying to be a little bit more present
Mhm.
in that light.
Yeah. I mean, it's
And
good.
one thing I would add to that, Tessa, is that I would give yourself a Sabbath on one day where you're just not on it. You're
Okay.
not, because I feel like, again, I don't want to be a slave to this,
Mhm.
and I do not want it to rule my life. And I don't want to always feel like I'm not like in a reality TV show, but I just want to still be present with my people, my live people that are here.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying that you can't, but I give yourself permission to give yourself one day of a Sabbath, whether it's Sunday or Saturday. Give yourself that permission.
Okay.
Kathy, I love how prepared you are and how much you just poured into us. I just appreciate it. I know the girls did too. And, you know, that's one thing I've always loved about you is your preparation. You don't just come in and say, oh yeah, I'm going to teach your group and, you know, wing it, which sometimes this one does. So I'm just really grateful that you would take time out of your schedule and be with us tonight, because you gave us so much, and I'm very grateful for that.
Well, thank you. Well, I'm excited to have you on my Zoom next week.
I know.
So you'll have time to get your ring light.
Oh, I'm ordering it tomorrow. We're going to get on it for sure. Maybe even
I will tell you, it gives off some heat. It's a
I know they do.
warm. I was
Yeah.
like, woo! I'm sweating a little bit. So
Yes. And what